guys, this is Austin at Stokes Chevy in beautiful Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and today I have one of the coolest videos I've ever had the opportunity to be a part of. I've got the ultimate Silverado 1500 buyer's guide. I've got every trim lined up behind me. Today we're using 2025 as our example. However, everything I show you today will apply for the 2026 model year. When we talk about pricing, I'm just going to go over MSRP simply because rebates change every month, savings happen with sales events, all sorts of things like that. So again, everything's going to be MSRP, but you can expect anywhere from $2,000 to $12,000 off depending on which trim, which truck, and when we're talking about. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video for you guys. So the first truck we're going to start out with is obviously the WT. It's the work truck. It is your commercial fleet truck as well as your super affordable option. It's going to come with vinyl floors. You get the halogen headlights. You do get tow hooks on all of the Silverado 1500s, which is a huge plus, especially in comparison to other brands. It seems like everybody's moving away from tow hooks, but we still have them. You can get this truck in two different engines. You can get it with the 2.7 Turbo Max or the 5.3 liter V8. The 5.3 has been out forever, and it's a super popular motor that people put in a lot of their trucks. You can also option this in every cab and every bed configuration. So you can get an 8-foot bed, a 6.5, a 5.5. You can get a regular cab, a double cab, or a crew cab. So you got plenty of options as far as configuring this truck. And of course, I always say swap the wheels and tires and put some tent, and you get a really cool looking truck. Let's move on to the next trim. The next one down is going to be our custom. So the custom trim is the same interior as our work truck. Again, when you compare and contrast trim level to trim level, it's going to be a smaller screen with a little less technology. However, it's going to be very simple, very basic. The custom is going to give you some really nice 20-inch alloy wheels. If you get the blackout package, of course, they'll be blacked out. You also get the body color bumpers as opposed to the black like we have on the work truck, just dressing up the truck a little bit. When we move to the inside, you do get a power driver's seat, which is something you don't get in the work truck, as well as carpeted floors, another thing you don't get in the work truck. So if you're looking for a very good value, opportune truck, this truck's only going to be available in the Turbo Max, but again, it's configurable. You can get it in the double cab, longer bed like we have here, or you can get it in the crew cab with a shorter box, as well as two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. All of these will tow 9,300 pounds at a minimum, and again, just a great deal. This is probably the best value we have on the lot. It's our #1 selling trim, and it's probably my personal favorite truck if I had to buy one. And moving into our next trim, this is one of my also personal favorites. This is called the Custom Trail Boss. Now the Trail Boss is available in two packages. You can get it as an LT with some nicer interior options, or in this value proposition oriented custom trim. The big upgrades that you get with the Trail Boss package are going to be the 2-inch factory lift as well as all the skid plates underneath. You also get a unique Trail Boss bumper as well as unique Rancho shocks and suspension. It does have a lot higher ground clearance. It also looks really, really good. And in the custom trim, it's available with the Turbo Max or the 5.3. Again, an absolutely great deal. If you want a truck that looks good and does everything you need to do on the inside, this is a great truck for that. With the LT package, again, you can load that thing up with leather. You can get a 6.2. You can even get a Duramax diesel. So if you want the Trail Boss package, you have options as far as that goes. Now we're going to get into probably our most popular as far as how many they build and how many we sell. This is the LT. This is the truck that everybody knows. It's been out for 25 years. Everybody knows the LT trim. But what you get for 2025 and 2026 is going to be the first truck that has our LED projector beam headlights, as well as the really cool animated LED lights on the front. With the LT as well, it's where we get that new generation interior. So you're going to have a 13.2-inch screen with Google built-in technology, as well as automatic dual-zone climate and heated seats. That is going to come in the LT, as well as our next trim that we move to, the RST. Now I'm going to try and find a focus right in between these trucks because these trucks are super, super similar. They've got the same standard equipment, they've got the same packages available, they've got the same engines available. However, what you'll notice is the bumpers. This RST, I like to say it stands for Rally Sport Truck. Think of that as your body color sporty truck versus your LT, kind of more of like a luxury chrome looking truck. That's exactly what we have here. So again, packages, options, and features are going to be identical on both of these trims, as well as the pricing. However, it's all about style. If you want body color, you get the RST. If you'd like chrome, you get the LT. Again, you can get the base engine, the 2.7 liter Turbo Max, the 5.3 liter V8, the 6.2 liter V8, as well as that 3 liter inline 6 Duramax diesel in either of these trim levels of trucks. Now, when we talk about the interior, again, 13.2-inch screen with Google built-in, dual zone automatic climate, and heated seats standard on both of these trims. Now everything from this point on is going to be what I call the luxury truck, the true luxury truck. This is where you're going to get cooled seats, you're going to get really fancy cameras, you're going to get some self-driving tech. This is the again, this is the greatest value in these high-end luxury trucks. It's where your cooled seats start to become basically standard across the board. But you can also option this truck with some really cool packages. Technology and safety are some of my favorites, as well as you can get the really nice multi-flex tailgate along with the kicker sound system in the tailgate. So tailgating machine, when you talk about the luxury and convenience on the inside, this is just going to be a step up from the RST and LT that we just saw a moment ago. Again, engines are the same. We actually cannot get the Turbomax in anything above this. So we're going to have 5.3, 6.2, and 3-liter Duramax available on everything moving forward. Again, LTZ, chrome bumpers, just like we saw on the LT, chromed out grille. If you want to get a blackout package, they do have a midnight package available on the High Country, which is actually our next trim level. Now, a lot of people ask me, and I'm going to focus right in between these two, what is the difference between an LTZ and a High Country? And quite honestly, the biggest one is Super Cruise and style. So just like we saw in the LT and the RST, your High Country is going to be a lot more stylish, a lot more high-end, a lot more luxurious. Again, that High Country logo, not only is it on the outside, but it's on the inside of your door, and there's some beautiful Java brown leather on the inside of this one. Again, Super Cruise. Not something you can get in LTZ as of right now, but you can get it on a High Country. Now, like I said, these are the two highest in luxury trucks. If you want the Mac Daddy of everything, get the High Country. If you want all the features, but you don't want to spend as much, maybe you don't care about that High Country logo, that's where the LTZ offers a great value. Now, something new in the past few years, things like the Ford Ranger, the Ram TRX, they've come out with off-road trucks. Chevy has done the same. We have the top of the trim ladder, as well as the most capable Silverado ever built. This is the 1500 ZR2. Now with that ZR2, you're going to get a 3-inch factory lift, but it's not just about the lift, it's about the actual suspension. This has what's called DSSV Multimatic dampers. It's using Multimatic technology like you saw in the Corvette with the Magna Ride. However, this truck is able to jump almost 3 feet in the air and not cause any sort of damage. You've got some insane skid plates underneath, you've got some really beefed up internals. And when you talk about the wheels and tires, this one has the Goodyear Wrangler Territory MTs on it. You also can get the Bison package, which comes with even more off-road goodies like hardened steel bumpers, potential winches from the factory. But my personal favorite feature about this truck is the unique interior. You get heated and cooled seats standard. You can also get a heads-up display as well as that really cool 18-camera system so you can see all the way around the truck. And again, you can get the kicker sound system in the tailgate if you love tailgating. One thing to note on these, they're not going to tow the 13,000 pounds like you can get in a High Country. If towing is important, the ZR2 might not be the best option because with that off-road suspension, it lowers your max towing to 8,800 pounds. Now again, in the 1500 class, I think 8,800 pounds is going to cover you for most situations. However, if towing is a real need, this may not be the exact truck. But if you love a cool interior, you love the capability, you love the design, this is the truck for you. And I almost forgot to mention, one of my favorite things, I'm a car nerd, I love that this truck has front and rear lockers. So you can truly lock up all 4 tires when you're going off-road. This is a truck that if you get it stuck, you're in real trouble. But you probably won't get to that point. As far as engines are concerned, it's going to come standard with the 6.2-liter V8. This particular one has the 3-liter Duramax. Again, great power. And one of the big things with that 3-liter Duramax and any of these trucks that you get it in, it's going to get amazing fuel economy. In an off-road truck like this, you can expect about 26. In something like the LT, you can expect about 30 on the highway. So again, just a really, really amazing powertrain. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate all my team here taking the time to help me make this video. And just thanks for watching, guys. If you have, again, anything, check out our website. It's down in the description, StokeChevy.com. If you're interested in one of these new Silverados and you want to be connected with somebody that knows exactly how they can help and which truck to put you on, make sure to check out our awesome team here at Stoke Chevy. We'd love to have you come down, test drive one, check them out. We'd love to answer every question for you. Thanks for watching and have a great day.